Hello there, members, and welcome to another version of the Rundown. Hopefully, we'll get through it this time.
We will get through it this time.
Right. So this is for our September board meeting. Welcome to the middle of October. But
we were delayed by a week because of the Michigan Realtor Convention, which
Yes.
was a very, very good week in Detroit.
It was, and well, not quite a week, but a few days anyway, and kind of sort of pushed things back. So bear with us. First thing on the docket here was...
We had the audit review.
Yes, Raymond Robeson came in and did their audit review. Everything went swimmingly, and we think that next year will be a full audit, so it'll be a lot deeper dive, but just knowing that this is the second review since the previous audit, I think was in 21, this is all good news. So financially, we're in a very good place. So, and thanks a lot to Laura Lynn, who is our financial manager here, who does a wonderful job of working with our auditors, and we got all the things straightened out.
Yep.
So, and then Kevin Klein.
Yeah, exciting news. Airport's getting a new direct flight.
Yeah, direct flight to Houston. Should be coming up. Was it American Airlines? I believe it was. Or was it United?
I don't remember.
I don't either. Sorry about that. Right. I didn't take that down.
But eventually we'll fly directly to Houston at some point.
Everybody seemed to be excited that we have direct flights to Houston. So that's wonderful. And he kind of gave us an update on some of the money that's been coming into the airport for improvements. Sounds like a couple of jetways are going to get replaced. They're only 40 years old, so I guess that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
And then they're talking about adding a new gate or two over there as part of it. So, and one of the problems we've always had here is in the morning trying to get out of here because they haven't really had a place to park the aircraft overnight, and so they added 130 foot.
So they have a couple new spots for that.
Yeah, so you can actually park those airplanes and have them fired up and ready to go when you arrive at, what is it? Something odd, weird, early morning?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So Kevin, it's been great having him on the board this year.
Yep. He's been wonderful to have. I think he's actually he's taught us a few things.
You gave us a report on the Michigan Realtor Convention, and you also made a comment about we need to start a Good Neighbor Award here.
I do. I think we need to be more involved with the Good Neighbor Awards. We've got a lot of members that actively participate in not only fundraisers, but community stuff. And I think that if we look at what Good Neighbor Awards are being presented or awarded throughout the country, there's people within our own membership that probably deserve to be recognized too. People
do amazing things. You just never hear about it.
Yeah.
Usually the people that do it don't go around bragging about it. They just do it. So that's great. The general membership meeting is coming up rapidly, actually next week.
1 week from today.
And 1 week from today. It's going to be at Corson Auditorium out at Interlaken. If you've never been to Interlaken, I would highly recommend you come to the general membership meeting and introduce yourself to this wonderful facility that we have here. Brings people in from all over the world. Just super incredible. So 9 o'clock, we kick off. It runs till noon.
We have Con Ed credits.
Con Ed credits, 2 hours of Con Ed, yep. And I believe it's legal
credits this year. So
that's a good one.
Everybody needs your legal.
Yeah, that's right. And our sponsor, of course, is State Savings Bank, and thank you them for that. They'll be there. They have some prizes.
And we're also giving away 4 one-year MLS memberships.
I know. It's pretty amazing.
If you're in person only.
That's right. You've got to be in person, and you've got to be there for the entire event in order to qualify. So there is a little something on you in order to be able to qualify for these awards.
And being in person gives you the chance and opportunity to meet all of our candidates.
That's right. We're going to have 8 of them this year.
Yes. We have 3 seats open. And we have 8 people running for those 3 seats. So it's nice to see that we have actually more interest finally for the board.
Right. And trust me, with everything we know from the state convention and the national and everything like that, we're going to have a really interesting year next year. I'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
We'll find out more in November.
Always more to come on that.
Yeah, more to come on that. So the board meeting this next month will be at our regular time.
Yeah, October 27th. So it'll be the following week after the general membership meeting, which we also have the housing summit as well.
The housing summit is coming up that same week, and we are the major sponsor for the housing summit this year. So I hope that you'll plan on attending that. you can go to Housing North, and there's a link there to get to the Housing Summit.
Yep.
And of course, we've been really good. Michael's been really good about pushing information about the Housing Summit out there in the newsletter. So if you want to know more about that, I would just click on the link and see what there is to see. As I mentioned, NAR Next is coming up in Anaheim.
November 14th through 16th.
Yeah, I'm going to say, and it's coming up quickly also. And we only got a few people from our board that are going to that. And I really haven't seen the attendee list to know what other members are planning to go to that. Usually WCR has a group that goes out to the national convention. It's going to be an interesting one this year with everything that's been happening at NAR.
I think it'll be, depending on some stuff at NAR, we'll get some good updates.
Well, those of you who have been following the national class action lawsuits that NAR has been battling, they will come to some kind of a determination here in late October, and I'm sure we'll get much more information.
I think in Anaheim, that's when they'll give us, hopefully, here's what's going to happen.
That's right, yeah.
Because I think all of us are kind of sitting here going, that know about it or are paying attention to it, is how is this going to change us?
Right. So, anyway, Fern Street.
Fern Street, we now have a property management company selected. Century 21's property management company will actually be handling the rental of that. We had RFPs from 3 different companies within our association, and that was the one that the board voted on.
Yep. So that will be hitting the market here really quick, and I'm sure it will go away really fast.
Yep.
But we've spent some money on just kind of fixing it up in there and everything, and making it nicer than the way we found it. So hopefully it'll give somebody a great home. And there's always a question about what the future of that property will be, because the parking lot project will kick in probably next spring. They've already torn up the ground over there quite a bit, doing construction.
It's kind of a staging area right now.
A staging area for State Savings Bank's project, which has come in as a real blessing, because it was there was not a lot of room to maneuver over there, and we've been a good neighbor.
Yes.
So,
and their building is not just a hole in the wall anymore.
No, it's not.
It's actually looking like a building.
It's got a lot of mass to it. So, and then the Public Policy Committee brought forward some recommendations at the meeting.
Yes.
Scott Hardy made a presentation, and he was backed up by Connor Miller, our GAD, and all of those recommendations were approved. And you can go out to the website and find the public policy meeting to get all the detail of that. But it was. They've really been focusing on some of the new zoning initiatives in Traverse City, and of course, we're seeing this happen across the country.
Yeah.
A lot of this, what we're talking about here, is becoming common. It was a full meeting. We got some things accomplished, and yeah.
And don't forget to invest in RPAC, because that is still a very big, important part of our association, both state and national, as well as the local.
We need more of you to participate to hit the participation goal that we have, and that can be just a small donation to RPAC, and we need to get our percentage up there in order to get the Triple Crown Award this year. Dollar-wise, we're doing pretty good. We've exceeded our goal, but we always fall short on the number of participants. So if you haven't made an RPAC contribution yet, we urge you to. It's going to be critical this year, and especially next year. So.
And if you call Connor, you can get a little Michigan pin for $20 investment.
$20 investment will get you that. And if you spend more money, you get one of these pins like I've got on right here, which says you give a lot to RPAC, and I do, and I always have. And so, interestingly enough, I think we're right at the 100% AE level for the state. All AEs in the state have made RPAC contributions.
Which is awesome.
So we believe in what we profess. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah, I think that is.
Anything else?
November and December board meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Because of Anaheim, and the holidays, we decided to actually move it to December 8th, so it's going to be a combined meeting. So if you want to attend that meeting, definitely feel free.
Yep. Members are always welcome. So thank you very much, and we will see you next month.